and to start actually getting in there and talking with artists or even labels, right? Indie labels, especially, they need producers to work with. And if you want to stand out above all the other YouTube producers and stuff like that, you have to be different. And that's what I bring to the table. Harkos is different. All right. That's what I do. That's what we do at Music Making Sense Podcast. What's up, y'all? Harkos here with Music Making Sense Podcast with another music marketing review. And this one right here is a producer edition music marketing review. So if you're a producer of beats or instrumentals, or you work with R&B artists or singers or hip hop artists, you need to check this one out right here, right now, because I'm going to be dropping a lot of knowledge, a lot of game that's going to be able to help you all market your beats a lot better, a lot more effectively to the artists that you want to work with. All right. So check it out right here. Okay. All right. So on this music marketing review, like I said, we're going to be checking out a producer. Okay. Now, I'm a hip hop artist, for those of you who don't know. And for a lot of y'all listening right here, right now, you may also be an artist as well. And just like I know, we always get DMs out of nowhere, unsolicited, by somebody who either just added you or who hasn't added you yet, following you or what have you on whatever platform. And they're immediately hopping in there. Yo, man, I got dope beats. Hey, I got, fire graphics. I got this, I got that, or whatever, right? Whether they're a producer or whether they do graphic design or whatever they do, right? They immediately hop out with that. And for most of y'all, just like with me, I usually just hit delete. I don't even respond. I don't even say no thank you anymore, because then they just keep messaging. All right. And so I don't even do that, because if they haven't taken the time to at least attempt to check out my music and see if we would be a good fit, if they haven't taken the time to at least try to have a little bit of conversation with me, then I'm not even going to take my time to message back to them, no, thank you. Right? Because I know what they're doing is they're just copy and pasting the same messages over and over again. But being raw, real, authentic, and genuine is where it is at, no matter what you're doing. All right. So if you're trying to work with somebody else, like I talk with all these artists and try to help them out with all their music marketing, or like as an artist myself, whenever I'm trying to collaborate with another artist on a track or a producer or graphic designer or what have you, I actually build a relationship, try to have a conversation with them, and then do business. All right. It's not always business first, because when it's business first, it feels really cheap and lazy, honestly. All right. So, like I said, if you're a producer, make sure you pay attention to this. If you're not a producer, take notes, because it might be something that you can use to help you market your music as well to potential fans or to other people you want to collaborate with. All right. So let me go ahead and just tell you a little bit of a story here real quick. So like I said, I've had multiple producers hit me up, and only a couple of them have actually hit me up properly and have built a relationship with me. And I still do business with them to this day. All right. One of which is a producer, one of the first ones that actually approached me properly, goes by the name Just the Producer. All right. Dope dude. All right. And I've gotten to know him pretty decent over the last few years that me and him have worked on and off with each other. And sometimes we just shoot the shit and see how you're doing. All right. Well, he messaged me one day out of nowhere. Okay. Now, he had one thing up on him that a lot of other producers may or may not have, where I had already saw him working with a couple of other people. Okay. I had built a relationship with collaboration with a couple other artists and stuff like that. And I'd already seen them tag him in some posts and stuff like that. So I already kind of had a little bit of name recognition with this dude to begin with. Okay. But whenever he messaged me, the first thing he said was, "Hey man, I really like your music, specifically this song right here. I think that you would sound good on this beat right here that I want to give to you if you think you can work with it. Absolutely free. I'll give it to you if you think you could work with it." And so I checked out the beat and I was like, all right, yeah, I think I can do something with that. And he's like, all right, cool, man. What's your email address? I'll send it over. So I sent it over to him, right? And then whenever I put my work in on it or whatever, I sent it back to him, let him check it out and everything like that, and then we just kind of kept going from there, and a relationship was built. I've worked with him multiple times. I've thrown him work multiple times. I've helped promote him and help showcase him to other artists that I know. Anytime any artist is like, hey, man, I'm looking for like a specific type of beat or something like that, I'm like, hey, go check out my dude Just, stuff like that, right? And I've known this dude, like I said, for like 3-4 years, okay? That is how you build an actual working relationship. Okay. Now, he didn't have to give me something for free, but showing genuine interest. All right. Like, he actually recited back a couple of the lyrics that he liked specifically out of that song. Okay. So I know he checked it out and I know he genuinely enjoyed it. All right. Now, as a producer, you may not genuinely enjoy some of these people's music that you're trying to get to buy your beats. All right. But what you should do is at least check out what they're doing in total. Check out what style they have. And then showcase them. Say, hey, I just want to check out these beats or whatever right here. And you don't have to necessarily come up with them immediately. Just start a conversation. Talk with them. Don't just come out, hey, I got these fire beats, check them out. I think you fit good on this one. No, like, hey, I just want to let you know, I see what you're doing on this, this, and this. Like, be specific. And then when they come back and say thanks, don't immediately go in for the sale. Offer them something, right? If you're a producer, you're producing beats all the time, 5, 6, 7 a week, maybe more, right? So yeah, offer them one free beat. Fuck it, right? Go ahead. What is one free beat, an exclusive, gonna hurt you? Especially if you're starting out, right? Because you're not selling them anyway. And if you are, it's very rare. So go ahead and give some beats out. Get your name out there. But don't make the mistake of letting them think that they're only going to get free off of you, though. All right? Because I have seen that happen with some people. Okay? Some people will do free stuff for people to build a relationship with them, and then those people ended up just using them for all the free stuff. Okay? Tell them, say, hey, I want to give you one free beat. I think you would sound good on it, and actually match their style with that beat. Okay? Because if you come to them with like a boom bap beat, but they're a trap artist, they may not like it. So if you're a trap producer, go to a trap artist, stuff like that. Find one that fits their sound. Say, I think you would do really, really good on this one. All right. That is key right there. Build that relationship right off the start. Okay. Now that's when you're actually messaging artists or commenting on artists and stuff like that and trying to build that relationship with artists that you want to work with. And make sure it's artists that you see that are working consistently. Do a little bit of deep dive on them. See if they're just, hijacking YouTube beats and, putting stuff out there where they're not even monetizing. See if they're actually doing their business right. Okay. And if they are, build that relationship. Okay. Now, aside from that, when you want artists to actually recognize you, now that is where I see a lot of producers who don't really know how to do it. Okay. I've seen some artists do it I've seen some producers do it very, very well. And I've seen most producers don't do it very well. Okay. One thing I see with a lot of producers is that they will have either a SoundCloud or BeatStars where they host their beats at, right? And they'll either have, they'll have their samples up there heavily tagged. That way, if somebody uses it or whatever, you hear the tag all in throughout, and then, you can go and hit copyright claim on them and stuff like that, right? But aside from that, when it comes to social media, they will just post up a YouTube link. They will post up a SoundCloud link or a BeatStar link or whatever. Sometimes they may post up little snippets, right? Snippets are the best way to do it. All right. Another producer I know goes by the name Trapside Beats, Trapside, just Trapside. But he makes beats, dope producer as well too, makes trap style beats. I've used a couple of his beats as well too, even though I'm not a trap artist. He made a couple of beats that kind of resonate with me really well. But anyway, he posts snippets a lot. But then what he also does is when he works with artists, he takes their content and posts it up on his profiles on social media as well too, highlights them, shares them, and stuff like that as well too. And I've seen videographers do this as well. I've seen other people do this as well. Whenever they work with artists, they help with the promotion as well too. That is one key way to help build relationships, not just with the artists that you work with, but those future relationships as well too. Because when an artist comes across your posts on social media randomly, and they see what you're doing, they see your snippets, they also see the artists you're working with and how you show love for these artists, you promote them, and you hype up these other artists that you've worked with and stuff like that. They know that it's going to be more of a relationship instead of just a transaction when they want to do business with you. Okay. So do that kind of stuff. Also, I also recommend that you get creative with your posts. Okay. Come up with creative video ideas to have your beat snippets behind. All right. So now we're getting into the actual marketing review for Raikko Beats. All right. It's Raikko Beats. All right. Now, so whenever I went and checked out his social media, I saw his Facebook page where he messaged me off of, which is this one right here. And it's actually with his real name. I'm assuming it doesn't say Raikko Beats as the profile name. As you see right here, it actually just says, I don't want to fuck it up, so I'm not going to pronounce it. Okay. I'm not that great with names, but anyway, he actually has just like, it looks like his real name right in here. Okay. And then he has his beats right here. Now, I know the producers I've mentioned before, they run on their personal pages as well too, but then they also have artist pages as well that they cross promote and share and stuff like that and build off of. And that's perfectly fine to do. Okay. Especially, there for a while, Facebook didn't have the professional mode for the personal pages, and now they actually have those. So now you can actually change your name and stuff like that and get it done right when it comes to brand recognition and brand solidarity. Okay. But one thing I also saw with him is that he was just on here just posting his links to his SoundCloud, as you see. Okay. Now, with these, you actually have to show interest and click on it. Okay. So I have to look at it and be like, Timeless Hours by Raikko Beats. Okay. Do I want to listen to it or not? Well, I might want to go check it out. And then if I go check it out, now I'm over here on his SoundCloud and I can actually listen to this or listen to other ones. Every one of y'all should know how SoundCloud works, obviously. Okay. Right. So now he's got a SoundCloud. I can go over here. I can listen to beats and everything like that. And then, reach out to him if I want to purchase a beat. Okay. This is it. This is all the marketing that he's been doing. Okay. So I reached out to him, and so I was asking him some questions and having a conversation with him. And he is kind of a new producer when it comes to his promotion, especially. Okay. He's been making beats for a little while, but he's just now kind of getting into actually promoting them. Okay. And so he's just getting started. And like I told him, and like I've told other artists that I've talked to who are just getting started, they say to me, hey, Harkos, I'm just getting started, so I know my marketing is nowhere near where it needs to be. And I say, look, man, it's best for you to talk to somebody like me who can point you in the right direction and get you rolling down the right track now than year 5 when you've been beating your head against the wall trying to figure it out for 5 years and still don't really have it locked in. You're still sitting here not getting any customers or anything like that, right? You're not getting any artists to work with you, nothing. Okay. So I'm glad that he hit me up right here, right now. So what I suggested to him is similar to what I suggest to everyone. Okay. Just because he's a producer doesn't mean that I told him anything different. Okay. In fact, I told him a lot of the same things that you have seen me say on Music Making Sense podcast, and that you also see me say on the other music marketing reviews that I've done already. Get on every single platform. Have your name the exact same on every single platform, and have that name be your artist name. Okay. So I told him, I said, hey, man, you need to have a profile on every platform. You need to have an artist page on Facebook. Okay. Especially since he only has 497 friends on his Facebook page right here. And his followers are 4 followers on his SoundCloud. He's just getting started. So he doesn't have to worry about trying to bring a couple thousand followers on his personal Facebook page over to his artist page. Okay. People in that kind of position, yeah, I get their hesitation on wanting to do it. Luckily, there's professional mode now, so you can just kind of just internally rebrand and you still got your following right there. Okay. But with somebody like Raikko Beats right here, I told him, I said, get an artist Facebook page. Okay. And if you want to, go ahead and make this professional and change your name on this page as well too. But definitely get an artist Facebook page. Okay. Get a YouTube channel. Make sure it's branded properly. Have your logo, have your name, and get it rocking and rolling and start putting your beats out over there. Okay. Have a TikTok, have an Instagram, have an account over on X or Twitter, whichever one y'all still call it. If you still call it Twitter, I've been starting to try to call it X. It is what it is. Have a profile on all 5 of those platforms. Okay. Make sure you have a logo and it's the same or a similar variation on every single platform. Make sure your name is exactly the same on every single platform. And make sure you get your @username as close to the same as possible. Okay. So what I recommend, especially with artists or producers, when you're just starting out, have multiple tabs open. Okay. Have a tab open for every single platform and start creating your profile at the exact same time on every single platform. That way, when it comes time to pick your username and to pick your @tag, that you can go through and check every single one to make sure you can have the exact same one on all the platforms. That is going to give you the most supreme brand solidarity across all platforms as possible. Because what that also does is when people go to Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever, Yahoo or whatever they do, whatever search engine they go to, and they type in Raikko Beats or whatever your artist name is, it will come up with all those pages and it will all say the exact same fucking thing. Okay. It drives me nuts whenever I see people that have multiple different names or different variations of names. Okay. Because I know if I have a hard time, when I know what I'm looking for and I know how I'm trying to scour the internet to find these people, when I know what I'm looking for and I'm having a hard time finding you, I know that somebody who may have saw one of your posts, but then didn't follow you immediately, but they want to go back and check it out and they're trying to go and find you again, and they have a hard time trying to find you, you're lost in the sauce to them, man. They're never going to find you again unless they happen to come up, you happen to come up on their feed again. Okay. That's rare. What I also suggested after he gets that taken care of, that's step 1. All right. You got to set up your base of operations. You got to have it all planned out, right? I also suggested he gets the BeatStars if he wants to. He's got a SoundCloud. BeatStars helps because it actually acts as a marketplace for your beats. And it's absolutely free until you actually start making sales. Then they take a percentage. They also do have some other plans and stuff like that you can get on with or whatever, but it's free to start. Okay. SoundCloud's dope. A lot of artists use it to find beats and stuff like that. But a lot of people use BeatStars to find stuff as well. Okay. And then, like I said, YouTube, make sure you're putting your stuff out on there and it's all branded properly. Okay. And then what I told him, after you got all that set up, what you need to do is start creating unique content, as unique as possible, video content, and put your music behind it. Okay. Have it be in shorts format. Okay. 9:16, and have it be, 30 to 60 seconds. Have it be something creative visually, preferably something that speaks to the title or the mood of the beat. Okay. And then you post that up on every platform, especially YouTube in the shorts. Okay. Go to YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, Twitter, X, TikTok. Post it everywhere. Okay. Make sure you post a little bit of description about it. What kind of mood is it? What kind of style is it? Okay. Throw in some hashtags as well, too. However, I've been learning here lately that a lot of these platforms, they're starting to devalue if you use a lot of hashtags because they already have AI that's kind of reading the posts and stuff. So you want to just have a good description. So let's talk about what mood it is, what style of the beat it is, and what kind of artists you could see on it. Throw out some big popular names and stuff like that as well too. I know one thing that a lot of producers used to do that some don't do as much anymore because they feel like it was a fad or what have you, is they used to label their beats a type beat. All right. So for those of y'all who don't know, it would say like J. Cole type beat. Or they would have like the name called like Motionless, J. Cole type beat. And then they would have some hashtags or whatever. And they would post that up on YouTube and all the social and stuff like that. But they would mainly just work on YouTube. That can help. Okay. But I would put it more into a story mode. So I would say this track right here has a chill boom bap beat with heavy samples that bring back the nostalgia of the 80s. I could definitely hear an artist like J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar on this. If you're a boom bap artist or you want to venture into boom bap, check out this beat right here, right? Have that as your title, as your description to the video, and post that same exact title on the same exact video across all the platforms at the same time. Have all the tabs open and just post it, right? And then keep doing that. Schedule them out to where you have 1 or 2 drop every day. And that way you can just sit at your computer and load up 5, 6, 7, 10 beats with the promotion and everything like that lined out for them. Load it all up, set them all to schedule. And then you can sit back and go back to creating for the next 4 or 5 days, right? And then you can have the time to interact with customers, and your social media is already scheduled and planned out. Okay. That's what I recommended to him. Okay. And you know what he did already? Again, like last video that I shot, I do these videos a few days after I talk with the artist because I want to show these artists are actually starting to listen. Okay. So Raikko messaged me back and he sent me the Facebook link to a post that he just posted, which was, one second, this one right here. Let me go ahead and make it a little bit bigger for y'all. Right now, this is an AI created video. You can tell because of the way it looks, right? But he has Raikko Beats, so many things. And then he has the link right in there, right? But it is visually creative. Now, this is something that he hasn't done before. Okay. If you look through here, look, like I said, SoundCloud link, SoundCloud link, SoundCloud link, SoundCloud link, SoundCloud link, again and again and again and again and again. See what I'm saying? Right? And he's got his profile picture. Handsome looking dude if you like that kind of thing, right? But anyway, that's some comedy. But anyway, you got GoFundMe and stuff right here, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, right? And then he actually starts creating some different content. Now, instead of this going in the regular Facebook feed as a general post, his beats are going up in reels. And then when he's actually putting right here, he just put his SoundCloud link in here. Okay. So one thing I recommend, you start putting the description in, like I just said. Okay. Put in the description and everything like that. But he does have the link in here, so it's clickable. They can go actually listen to the full thing on SoundCloud. Okay. That's really good. He's already got 4 likes on it and everything like that. Then he's got some more that come out in here. He's got some more likes on it. Here's some more reels. And look, he's getting comments on his stuff now, getting some more likes. Look at that. He's got 10 likes on that one right there with some hearts and shit like that too. Okay. If you scroll back down through here, whenever he was just posting this stuff, look, no likes. Couple likes, 1 comment, 1 like, 1 like. And if I could get into the back end and see his views, I would almost guarantee his views are like nothing almost, right? And his views on these reels are probably more, significantly more. All right. If he was only getting like 10 or 15 views on his posts, now he's getting 30 to 50 or more views on his reels. And then he's getting multiple likes and some comments, maybe even some more link clicks over to his SoundCloud, right? See what I'm saying right in here? And then he's coming with different stuff. Look at this one right here. This one was a little longer. This is actually a full beat. So it's a full video that he posted right here on SoundCloud, on Facebook, okay? Full video right here. You got people posting comments and stuff like that. And then he's got like a new cover photo and stuff like that he ended up putting up here. Look at that. That's branded right there. That's a nice logo right there that he can start putting everywhere. Now, whether or not he wants to keep his face right here, it's completely up to him. But I personally recommend using this logo right here on everything. Okay. This is dope. He used AI to create this stuff. Okay. Now, you can do this for free or very, very low cost. And it's a very, very simple way to come up with something visually creative that people are going to look at. And then people are going to have your beats behind it. Okay. It's dope. It's amazing. When he sent me this message and it had this link in here, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what you need to be doing. And he said, yeah, I'm setting up a TikTok, a Twitter, and YouTube and all that stuff as well, too. I was like, yes, do that. Start posting all this stuff everywhere else because you will start seeing growth, man. You will start seeing more people check out your content. You will start seeing more people reach out to you about beats and stuff like that and wanting to work with you. Okay. You will start seeing more. You will. It may be a slow road. You may not have your first sale for 6 to 8 to 12 months, but you're going to start having more and more interaction. You're going to be growing your reach, growing your audience. And that's key right there. Okay. And then he can keep on taking more and more steps. Okay. All right. Because after this, he can take so many more steps. Okay. After he starts building an audience and he starts sending people, he can keep sending them to SoundCloud, or he can start building them with his BeatStars account, his YouTube channel, stuff like that. Once he starts getting sales from people, now he has emails. So he can start actually doing email marketing, offer sales, promotions, stuff like that, and start building his business selling beats. Okay. But the first step to doing all of this stuff before you even get to that is you got to have that base blueprint laid out. You got to have a profile on all the platforms. You got to be posting creative, engageable content on all of those channels. You got to be utilizing these social media platforms as best you can because they are free. All it takes is your time, maybe a little bit of money to create the content and put it out there. Because as an artist or as a producer, you're an artist as well too, okay? Whether you're on the mic or you're behind the scenes, you are in the business of creating music. And you want to, whether you want to admit it or not, you want to create music and have people be touched by it and enjoy your music and be paid for it. That way you can spend all of your time on things that you enjoy instead of working that bullshit 9-to-5 job or that bullshit 60, 70 hour a week job grinding away. And then you're half asleep making a beat or half asleep writing the track. You can actually spend your time making that content, engaging with your fans, actually building it up as a business. Okay. You can do this, but you got to have it. You got to have it all set up properly and you got to start from scratch and you got to build that shit up. All right. So as I always say, if any one of y'all listening right here, right now, want me to review your marketing and see how it's going and see what kind of things I could suggest to you to try, then please feel free. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up, musicmakingsensepod.com. Hit me up in the emails, musicmakingsensepod@gmail.com. All right. Everything's right here on the screen right here for you. Hit me up. Hit me up wherever you're watching this right here in the comments and DMs. Hit me up. Let me know. Say, hey, can you check out my stuff? What kind of things do you think I should be doing differently? Okay. And I'll be more than happy to give you a review and give you some pointers just like I did Raikko Beats right here. Okay. And then once you get your base of operations set up, once I've helped point you in the right direction, then we can go from there. Okay. So Raikko, once he gets all of his things set up, if you're listening right now, I know you're going to be listening to this because you already told me that you're looking forward to checking this video out whenever I get it done. Once you get your base of operations set up on all these platforms and you get your content creation rhythm going, hit me up. Then we can actually start working on building your email list, building your profile, and start working on different marketing campaigns that you can do. Once you start getting interested people in your work, I can start helping you out with coming up with different formats and templates where you can use to start building those conversations with artists and to start actually getting in there and talking with artists or even labels, right? Indie labels, especially, they need producers to work with. And if you want to stand out above all the other YouTube producers and stuff like that, you have to be different. And that's what I bring to the table. Harkos is different. All right. That's what I do. That's what we do at Music Making Sense Podcast. Myself and my co-host, KP, we are both different. Okay. Not just in our physical appearance. I'm a white dude. He's a black dude. Not by our interests, where I'm a white dude who's into hip hop, as you see behind me, and he's a black dude in the metal. All right. As you see behind him in the podcast. If you haven't checked out our podcast, Music Making Sense Podcast, make sure you go check it out. But he's got his drum set in the background. He's got keyboard on the side as well, too. Okay. But by what's inside, but we think differently. We think abstractly. We look at what people are doing and we see where things can be improved upon, where things can be done differently, where you can stand out. So if you want to stand out as an artist or as a producer, hit me up right here, musicmakingsensepod.com for all the contact information, or DM me right here where you're listening right here, right now. Put a comment down below, something. Reach out. I can help you. 100% free consultation, 100% free music marketing reviews. Let's get to work. My name's Harkos with Music Making Sense Podcast. I'll see y'all on the next music marketing review, and make sure you keep checking out Music Making Sense Podcast. I will see you on the next episode. We drop a new episode every single week, dropping all kinds of knowledge, all kinds of different thinking when it comes to music and music marketing on all the streaming platforms. I'll see y'all later.